Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Jarvis Jones. Today is December 9th, 2010, and today I will be covering the webcast training for the new Renaissance Place website, or formerly known as Accelerated Reader. Today in this webcast, we'll be covering adding new students to your classroom, enrolling students, as well as editing and creating a classroom within the new Renaissance Place website. So, welcome to the webcast, and let's begin. Within the email that I'll send you, that will include this webcast, there will also be a shortcut link for the new Renaissance Place website. As you notice, you can take that URL and you can drag it to your desktop from your email. And here is where we have the Renaissance Place web link. I also will be coming around to each of the classrooms also to assist in making sure that the URL link or the shortcut is located on each of the students' desktop. But in the email, you can also access the web link. So from the desktop, you would simply go ahead and double left click on the Renaissance Place link. And here is actually the website. From here, you can then log in as either student or teacher, administrator. So let's go ahead and we'll log in. There we go. So once logged into the Renaissance Place website, as you'll notice, now not only do you have access to Accelerated Reader, you also have access to Accelerated Math, English in a Flash, Fluent Reader, Math Facts in Flash, Star Early Literacy, Star Math, and also Star Reader, or Star Reading. But today we're going to be working with Accelerated Reader and creating and editing students, as well as printing reports, and as well as editing your classroom roster. The first section that you would want to go into would be courses and classes, and the first section, which is called Renaissance Place. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on courses and classes, and here you notice this description says you can add, edit, or delete courses and classes, assign teachers and students. From there, you would then choose the desktop app course. Notice all of the classroom teachers have current classrooms already set up. These classrooms were actually imported from the old Accelerated Reader that we currently, or that we previously had. Once there, you'll notice that your classrooms have already been set up, but as you go into a particular classroom, there may or may not be students that are enrolled in that class. So let's go through a step and let's try to see how we can add students to our classroom. So we go back to courses and classes, desktop app course, and then you choose your classroom. So let's say, for instance, we'll choose first grade Richardson. Notice, again, the classroom will be set up, but there'll be no students. Simply, if you wanted to add students, what you would do is you would go over here to edit class enrollment. One great new feature about Renaissance Place now is what you can do is you can search all students by leaving the first name and the last name field blank, and simply choose the grade level. And then click search. Another added feature is that now you don't have to actually add each individual student one at a time. They've now have included checkboxes to allow you to add multiple students. So you simply choose what students based off your class roster, and then you simply click on the Add button to add those students to your classroom. So we'll click on Add, and then notice on the left-hand side, now you have your students here. To complete the addition of the students into your classroom, you must then click on the Save button. So we'll choose Save. And there you are. You have your students enrolled in your class. Now, right now at this point, you're wondering, what's the student's username and password? To do that, you have to print out a report. To do so, you would simply go back to Home, and then under the Accelerated Reader section, you have Reports. And there you can customize, view, and print reports. Once in the reports, you then will be able to go to School Management, now here we're able to print out reports for teachers, student information, student detail, enrollment, and also classroom list. In this particular case, we're looking to get the student's username and password, so we'll choose student information. Again, another great feature of the Renaissance Place website, now you're able to actually choose that particular class. In this case, we added students to first grade Richardson. So we'll choose that particular classroom. And then we'll go ahead and we'll choose View Report. The reports is now generated, and now notice you now have access to the student's username, and now you also have access to the student's password. This is a great feature because what you can do is you can print this list out and maybe post it onto each student PC so that the students will be able to view their username and password. Or you can simply create index cards and then have the student's username and password displayed on that particular index card and give it to that particular student. Also, if you've noticed, the new Renaissance Place website has changed the username. Now it's a generic username that's generated by Renaissance Place, which cannot be edited, but the passwords have been transferred over from the old Accelerated Reader program that we previously had, which is just the first and last initial of the student's name. So now you can simply click back on Home to get back to the main Renaissance Place homepage. And then you can simply go back to Courses and Classes. Then you can simply go back to Desktop App Course, which has all of the classrooms. And there you are. You're back again ready to edit your classroom. So let's say we wanted to remove those students, which in this case we were just doing this particular webcast as a test. So let's go back to the Richardson classroom, and we have these students that are here. So let's go ahead and let's remove these students so that this classroom can be back as it was. So we'll choose Edit Class Enrollment, and then we simply can just choose remove all students. There. There's currently no students in this class. And I'll also choose Save just to make sure that the option that I chose would be correct. And there are currently no students enrolled in this particular class. Now we'll go back to Home. And there we are. This concludes the training for adding students and editing the classroom for the new Renaissance Place website. I hope this webcast was helpful for you. If you need any other assistance, you can email me at jjones39 at houstonisd.org. And again, have a great day, and thank you for coming.